Okay, got the hood mounted. New hinge. These I cleaned up. These are the original ones. 2 out of the 3 that I had, the 2 best. This side is got kind of a bend in it. I'll have to work on that later to get that straightened out a little bit. But everything else works just great. Opens and closes and stays open when you want it to stay open. Big project. It's something I've been putting off for a while. You've heard it run. It's louder than it needs to be. I've got an exhaust leak. The exhaust manifold. I think a lot of it is the joint between the intake and exhaust manifold. I knew there was a problem, but I've just been trying to avoid it. But driving at any distance, you about have to use a gas mask. So all this has got to come off, and we got to investigate. Okay, so here's what we got. You can see the black down there on the valve covers on the block. We clearly have a problem in here. So we'll see if we can fix it. Here's the real culprit. This is the intake manifold. This is the chamber between them that's supposed to seal. Somebody dropped the assembly when we first took it out and broke all these bolts off. Sounds like a simple fix to just drill them out and tap and put new bolts. However, the bolts are high carbon steel, probably grade 8, and the surrounding metal is cast iron. So what do you think happens when you try to drill a harder steel surrounded by a softer cast iron? Yeah, your drill bit just kind of wobbles and wanders around and just goes anywhere it wants to. I had gotten 2 of them kind of with threads, but that wasn't enough. I've got to work on these 2. To hopefully, I may have to fill them in with something. I don't know whether welding, brazing. I may have to try 2 or 3 different things. To basically get this chamber to seal. A tech tip. I mentioned drilling into hardened steel. These are masonry bits, and what's at the tip of them is a industrial diamond. Pretty hardened. That's the only way I've found to drill through hardened steel. Of course, we still have the problem of wandering off into the softer cast iron, but this does drill into the harder stuff. Okay, I'm just about done hacking away at this thing. The important thing is to make sure you get all of the hardened steel out. This is the plan, to use this stuff, fill in all the holes, and then drill and tap. At least that's the plan. So I got it all smeared in there, and hopefully we got enough in there. And now we wait. So we got it all in here, and it's curing. It's not completely cured completely. It's dried for about 12 hours. I think what I'll do is put a heater on it to help it cure a little bit faster. I want to mention this stuff, which has been successful so far. I had one stud that was rusted, frozen in there, broke off. Had to drill it out, and of course broke through into the actual exhaust pipe side. But that's how I fixed it. Not sure you can see inside there. There maybe. It's been in there at least a year, and it is solid and hasn't broken out. So the JB Weld is set up as well as it's going to be. It's Tuesday morning, and I put the JB Weld in there Sunday afternoon, so hopefully it's cured enough. Made this jig so that I could keep it lined up. Just to get a center, I use the same size drill as these, although my final size is going to be smaller than that. This is just to get the basically center where I need to drill through there. Did not do what I was hoping it would do. Cracks, all kinds of stuff, but it I think is going to fill in all the voids and stuff. What I ended up doing is drilling all the way through, putting these long bolts in, and I think it's going to hold okay. I think it's going to seal okay. I think it's going to do what I need to do. This is goofed up, but I'm not going to be too terribly concerned right now. That's kind of the least of my problems. So it sounds more like a Singer sewing machine now. Had an experience driving up to Avon, about a 20-mile drive. On the way back, my fuel pump went out in Brownsburg. Had a buddy go get some of my stuff, hooked up an electric clacker pump, and got it back home. Pulled out the pump, yep, can it come loose, put it back together, and we're back in business. So yeah, there's our culprit. Pushed through there. So I put a dab of super glue on this side and on the inside of where the shaft's going to go on the bottom. So I'll tap it through and see if that makes it hold. So a little bit of super glue and a little center punch. Hopefully it'll stay in there.